Okay guys, let me show you the Impala, the 500 project, and we'll show you the location of the speed sensor and how we're going to replace it. You've seen this car from previous videos, but I still have this Impala. I call it the 500 project. Still looking good. Perfect. Nice condition car. But we have to fix that speed sensor because I don't like when that speedometer is jumping. And the speed sensor is located on the passenger side. This is the passenger side. We're gonna get the car elevated and we're gonna replace the sensor. Remove the wheel and replace the sensor. Not a bad car at all. Very easy to work on this car. Parts are super available and very affordable. So here's the problem, guys. Let me show you. You see the speedometer showing 0, and I'm gonna start moving and watch that arrow. I'm driving and it's just gonna jump. So keep up, there you go. And you have a little bit of a kick, very slight kick in the transmission. And then it shifts smoothly, perfect. And then speedometer is recording everything correctly. You see? At first I thought that was my speedometer, something wrong with it, but I did a test. I connected the OBD and I was checking the speed from the computer, and it was also not showing me correct speed. So I'm suspecting this is the speed sensor because the speedometer is working fine. So if you want to check if it's your speedometer that's not functioning or your vehicle like a speed sensor, you can connect this OBD to right here, OBD port. Connect it on your phone, and the computer will tell you the speed of your car. And if it doesn't register, or if it jumps the same way like it's on a speedometer here, you at least know this is your speed sensor. But if there is no issue, and if you are recording the normal speed with this device, and you can see that the speed, computer sending you the right information, then most likely that's your cluster gauge, the speedometer. The little motor in there is not getting enough voltage. So this is how I figured out that it's my speed sensor, most likely. I connected this and there are like green lights flashing. Now I'm gonna connect to this on my phone. I connect the ELM 327, and we go to the app, and we need a dashboard reading from the computer. All right, now it's connected. I started driving, RPM 650, and then 0. You see 0 on the speedometer, and then it's gonna jump. So let's keep watching that 0. Oh, there you go. You see it jumped to 18 miles per hour, 22, and all the data is coming in. So that's the problem. So before you do anything, apply the brake, emergency brake. We're gonna elevate the car. Remove the bolts. Elevate the vehicle. I also put this stand under the frame here, so it's holding the car. Now the wheel is in the air. I'm gonna remove these bolts. I already loosened them. You can do it by hand, some of them. So remove the wheel and slide it under the car, preferably right here, right there, to be safe. Now let me show you exactly where the speed sensor is located. This is the passenger side, and it's right there. See that? This piece that I'm touching, that's our speed sensor, right there. And on the other side, we have a bracket that we need to remove, and a 10mm bolt, I believe. So I want to show you where that bolt is. You see it's right there. And then there's like this metal bracket. First we gotta remove that metal bracket. You see the metal bracket right there? We're gonna try to wiggle that thing out. And then there's our bolt, the stud. Let's see. You see that? You gotta remove that metal bracket. So let's try doing that. So before you do anything, before you remove this metal clip that's right behind there, let's see. Before you remove this metal clip, which is there, first try to remove this connector. This connector right here, you have to push it down. There's a little tab. There, our sensor is disconnected. Now when we have more room, push it to the side. There's this metal clip. Let's see if you can see it. You see this one? You gotta wiggle it up. Put a flathead screwdriver and like wiggle this thing out. And then we can put a socket onto the 10mm bolt and we can replace this sensor. So let me try to put a flathead screwdriver there. See, it's like right there. You gotta pry this thing up. Stupid little pin. You just gotta remove it. Pry it out. Maybe try from the bottom. Let's see, maybe from the bottom will be easier. See, there it is. It's just sitting there. It's so hard to get your hand there. There is that retainer. It's kind of difficult to remove it. I'm almost there. I can't put a screwdriver in there because that screwdriver it's too big and I can't get the right angle, so I'm trying to wiggle this thing out. So it's almost out. I use a screwdriver, a little bit wiggling. It's kind of hard to remove this thing, to be honest. And there you go, we removed it. Now there's this bolt right here. We need to find the right socket on that thing. But this bracket is removed. So I put my socket on that bolt, 10mm, and like break it loose. Break it loose. It's right there. So the only problem is you gotta move this to the side, this line. So the bolt is broke loose and I think I can do it by hand. Let's try it. Yeah, the bolt is going by hand. Not much space to work if you have huge hands. There is the bolt. You see, it's kind of weird like this, 10mm. And let's see if I can remove this sensor now. Kind of wiggle it out of place and it's out. The sensor looks nasty. I'm still gonna change the transmission oil in this car, but this sensor has some goo on here. I don't know, I'm gonna put a new one, but let's compare to the new one first. So this is our old one, and this is our new sensor. It looks the same. I don't see any difference. Yeah, it looks the same. Old sensor, the same bracket, the new one, identical. There's a gasket, so it looks the same. Well, let's reinsert it. It has to go at a certain angle like this, so let's reinsert it. This will be all in reverse. Reinstalling it. Just push it in. This. Push it in. Now let's get this bolt on the top. See, the sensor is already sitting in place. All I'm gonna do, just put that bolt. Yep, it's good. And you need this kind of socket, like a little bit deep socket, because the top of it, that's where the bracket's secure. So I'm going by hand on this bracket. I'm just gonna tighten it. It's supposed to be 8 foot-pound, but I'm just gonna tighten by hand as much as I can. Just the bracket. So this is the tricky part. You gotta move this hose to the side, put your socket, and secure that bolt. That's it. Looks pretty tight to me. Remove your socket. Now let's look over on the top how it looks. I'm gonna put the camera here higher. See, this bolt is secured. All we need is put that bracket over it. There. You see that bolt is tight. So let's put the bracket over it. Now just take the bracket, where is it? See? And push it on the top of that bolt on the top. And it's gonna lock in place. Push it all the way in, see? Like this. So whoever designed this bracket that is secured on the other side like that, this metal thing, pin, it's just so badly designed. It's kind of, look at this, big hands like this, barely fit in there. Just gotta push this bracket down, but it's just to hold this cable from moving around, but you know, it's holding. Not going anywhere. There. Now all we have left is to push this connector back into place. And that's it, clips in. Yeah, not going anywhere. And that's how you install the speed sensor on this Chevy. Make sure this clip is nicely clipped in. So we're done installing this sensor. The bracket is in place, the bolt is in place, and I put this clip, push this forward, and it clipped. Yeah, it clipped in. So let's put everything back now, but let's also double check your work. See, it looks good. So now you know exactly where the speed sensor is located. I'll show it to you. Because on some videos, people don't clearly show it. But this is your passenger side, under the right fender. Right there. I installed the wheel. I'm not gonna really show you how to tighten the lug nuts. You can tighten this to 80 foot-pound. Let's lower the vehicle. Remove your jack. And you can tighten these bolts now to 80 foot-pound, or if you want, just go by hand. Star pattern. This is pretty good. Start the car, check for any check engine light or anything. Nothing. And let's put it in reverse. All right, Let's give it a test. Okay, I see the arrow moving already. Well, let's give it a try. Let's drive. So far the arrow is moving. I'm gonna turn right, drive around the neighborhood. Transmission is shifting smooth. Let's go to a stop sign here. All right, let's see if the arrow moving. Yeah, it's smoothly recording the speed from 0 up now 10 miles per hour. So far good. Well, I'm gonna give it more driving. And the transmission shifts very smooth right now to the first gear. So that looks like it fixed the issue, the speed sensor. Okay, I'm gonna stop again. And let's move. Beautiful. Let's see if we have the kick. Now the transmission shifts very smooth. No more kick around like 15 miles an hour. And overall this vehicle drives very nice. I love driving it. It's very smooth. A lot of power for this vehicle. Here's another stop sign. And I don't see any issues with the speedometer anymore. So as you see, we fixed the problem. So in your Impala, or technically any car, if you notice the speedometer is not recording speed correctly, if it's jumping, or if it doesn't record speed at all, check your speed sensor, just like I did. So the problem was fixed, the speedometer working, transmission shifts very nice and smooth, and the problem's fixed. So now you guys know how to replace the speed sensor on Chevy Impala. This is 2008 Chevy Impala, and I'm sure all the other models would be the same way. All the links for the parts will be in the description below if you're interested. Hit that bell, subscribe, like, share. I really appreciate you guys. See you in the next video.